Going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and Dogecoin to $1 to the frickin' moon. Let's friggin' go. Am I right? Come on, let me know in the comment section. Am I right or am I right? We don't know if it's gonna hit $1, guys, but hopefully it does. But we're gonna be taking a look at an update here. This is the Antminer L9, and it is the latest and greatest miner for the Scrypt algorithm, and it's just an absolute beast here, especially in this Dogecoin pump. So we're gonna be taking a look at this miner here and kind of going over exactly, how it's been doing over the past month and a half. So it is about 2 weeks, I think, until it is an actually full 2 months online. So we're going to see how many coins it's mined, what it's mined so far. When I first got this, it was upwards of around a little over $12,000. They are coming down in price quite a bit here with the January batches coming down to only like $6,000 or $7,000 or something crazy. So they're going to get a lot cheaper. But if Doge continues to go on its uptrend that it's currently on, that January batch is not going to be cheap. And then moving in when Dogecoin really starts moving, as well as the main markets, these things are going to explode in price, and you're going to miss out on what the current prices are. So I'm not sure if you did see my previous videos on this miner, but in the past I did show you how to set this thing up, obviously, as well as how to silence it, as it can get pretty loud because it is a big bad boy ASIC here, and it has different power plugs that you previously be used to. I'm going to run through those plugs right quick. So right here I have two different plugs. These are two different versions of the P13 plug, as far as I'm aware. I'm not 100% sure if this one has a different name, but they have the same type of pin layouts here, and they both go to a C20. Now the Bitmain versions is this guy right here. So this is your P13 plug, and you can see it's kind of like Anderson plugs and stuff in there for a lot higher power, and it's enclosed. You can see how it's kind of enclosed here. Now this guy right here is pretty much the exact same plug, but it's actually made for Avalons. So if you're unfamiliar with Avalon, that's Canaan. So that's for all their bigger Bitcoin miners and stuff. So this is a P13 for Canaan, where Bitmains like this L9 and other S21s and so on, you need this plug right here, which is for these guys. So that's kind of the difference here. It does sound like, people try to cut the Bitmain versions down right here, and it doesn't really snap in and lock the way it should be. So make sure you get proper plugs for the proper miners. Anyway, let's go jump into the workstation and have a look at how much this thing has mined so far in the past month and a half, and what things are looking like for the future. Now, if you are in the market for the Antminer L9, head on over to Crypto Miner Bros. But you can get ASICs there for anything, whether it's Bitcoin, Radiant, Kaspa, Lithium, and obviously here Dogecoin. We can see the November batch is about $9,909. The December batch coming up is about $8,229, and the January batch is about $7,199. But keep in mind, these fees here, it does include shipping to your door. Don't get gypped out by other people who add extra fees at the checkout, as well as all those huge import fees. Things are much cheaper all in at Miner Bros. Now, if the L9 is a little out of your price range, as well as being bulky, another really popular miner is the much anticipated AlphaPex DG Home 1 Dogecoin miner, which can mine all the Scrypt algorithm coins, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bells, but it's coming in at a much cheaper price point. It is looking like delivery is going to start around end of November to early December. And if you use that link down in the description and use code RABID, you will get $70 off each order. Example here, if you do get 2 of these miners, you will get $140 off. It doesn't matter. You can stack them up as many as you want, and that code will continue to stack, as you can see here. Head on over to Crypto Miner Bros today for all your miner needs. All right, so how much has this Antminer L9 mined in the past month and a half? And coming into my Dogecoin, I have separate individual wallets. Since I turned it on, it's mining to its own Tangem hardware wallet here, and we can see about 8,796.506 Doge, which is currently around 1,544.62 cents here. And then for Litecoin, we have mined about 2.0251 Litecoin, current price about $149.76. Now coming into my Bells coin wallet, we are sitting around 115.407 Bells coin, and all 3 of those coins are being mined at the exact same time at the same hash rate, 16 gigahash, for no extra power. So you're mining all three of these coins, which is a pretty big boost to mining profitability here. But coming in to actually look at how much this has made so far, so here we can see Litecoin, Doge, and Bells with the current prices and everything of what it is right now at the time of recording. When I took that screenshot of my wallet, it is a little bit higher because the price went up a little bit more. Doge is on a rampage here, but we can see based on everything, that's about $149.73 worth of Litecoin. Dogecoin is about $1,539, and Bells coin is about $191. Now, in the last bull run, that's when Litecoin hit its all-time high. These are the numbers based on last bull run's all-time highs. Litecoin, this is worth about $783 if Litecoin hits its all-time high again. Every altcoin season / bull run, Litecoin does seem to get a little higher and higher. So hopefully we go even further here. And based on Dogecoin's previous all-time high, it's mined about $6,050. And this is only in a month and a half, which is pretty crazy. There isn't really any data. Bells coin is technically older than Dogecoin, but no one really cared about it at the time. It's just kind of gaining new hype right now. So who knows what kind of prices this could hit moving forward. Obviously, we're going to be doing some hodling here. So in grand total, in a month and a half, we have made about $1,880.68. Yes, this was $12,000 when I got it, but you know, the profits is looking pretty decent here. And if we add that up based on the last bull run at currently what I've mined, that's almost $7,000 in only a month and a half. That means this is slightly over 50% ROI if these do see their previous all-time highs again. And what if Doge does something like go to $1? Well, if Doge does hit $1 this time, which we're definitely all hoping for, cross our fingers and praying, but then technically this thing is pretty much almost ROI. That's sitting at around $8,700 in Dogecoin alone in only a month and a half. That is pretty insane. So now that we got those numbers out of the way, let's look at the current profitability. And I also wanted to point this out. I kept the old Bells coin network hash rate and everything here before it went to merge mining. Now, based on the current price and stuff, and if you were mining Bells coin previously before it went to merge mining all by itself, where the profits didn't really look that good, it was sitting around, I think, $20 a day by itself. But right now, based on those days, you would have been making $51.44 per day, you know, a month or two ago if you were mining this on an L9, which is pretty insane. So at 16 gig hash, $51, that's insane. I did do a little bit right at first, but then the merge mining came on and we can see how much it got hammered on with the hash rate, because as you're merge mining, we got nailed with all this hash rate. So Bells coin, in theory, based on the same price here and network hash rate, it went from $51.44 a day down to only 68 cents. Now, why did that happen? If you know anything about network difficulty and hash rate, that's because previously everyone was mining, obviously, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and merge mining. So no one was really mining Bells, and the difficulty was extremely low. Now that these major pools implemented it, the profitability on Bells dropped dramatically. So it's very hard to get at this point, and it's going to get even harder as Bells coin is going to make a 90% nerf to its emissions here in the next couple of weeks. So we're not really going to be making anything off it much, you know, moving forward. At that point, I probably want to convert everything straight into Dogecoin, because as we know, Dogecoin has the potential to be one of the largest pumping cryptocurrencies out of the entire market. But currently, right now, based on the current statistics and everything, before any type of power cost, the current L9 is making about $33.68 a day. It does use about 3,320 watts. So subtract that from your power price and you'll get a rough idea how much this thing is costing you to run and what your profit after power is. Now, using the same types of network statistics and everything, but using the prices in the last bull run, if these do hit their all-time high again, we are technically making about $134 a day right now, which is pretty awesome. And I am a firm believer of the cycles, as most of you guys that watch the channel are aware about this. So I think it's pretty simple to say that we are technically earning this right now, because I definitely think Dogecoin as well as Litecoin will see their all-time high again and possibly even higher sometime next year. So be ready for it and be ready to dump them coins when they come, because the time is coming. The bull run is right around the corner. All right, guys, so that is what the L9 is currently making right now, how much we have mined in the past month and a half or so. And are you bullish on Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bells coin, any of the Scrypt coins? I do feel when it comes to ASIC mining, if you're really in the market for any type of ASIC, Scrypt is probably your safest bet. As we've seen with Kaspa and Lithium, the hype was very strong, but they were the first generation ASIC to hit those networks, and right now they're pretty much completely destroyed. Well, Scrypt has been ASIC world for quite some time now, 4, 5, 6 years or so, and the probabilities is nice and stable. It's probably one of the most stable algorithms to run an ASIC miner on, other than Bitcoin, but that hash rate is starting to get so high that you need very cheap power in order to mine Bitcoin here, obviously. But right now, Scrypt is looking pretty good. It is probably my favorite algorithm when it does come to mining with ASICs, and if I ever get more ASIC miners, I do think Scrypt is on the top priority of my list to get. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Check them links down in the description. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.